Heading into tonight's game, Yankee fans' biggest question was about Frankie Montas. For the most part, as a Yankee, he has been pretty dreadful. I think he's only had one decent start in the 3 or 4 that he's had with the Yankees. And that was the one against the Red Sox. We went 5 innings, 2 runs, but he gave up 6 runs against the Cardinals, 6 runs against the Blue Jays. We weren't feeling too good about this one, but tonight, Frankie Montas, and he struggled a little bit in the first 2 innings. But then once the double play happened in the second, the Nino grounding into double play, since then, Montas was terrific from the 3rd and the 4th inning at least. 1, 2, 3 in the 3rd, struck out the side. And then 1, 2, 3 in the 4th with 2 strikeouts there. And then he got a little tired there in the 5th, and he was bailed out by the Oswaldo Cabrera throw out at home by on a Starling Marte single. But Montas really looked sharp later on in this game. After the early struggles, he really settled in. And I think Yankee fans are hopefully tonight can look towards a brighter future at Frankie Montas. I don't want to believe that we acquired another Sonny Gray. I really don't want to believe that this has happened again. I was talking to a friend tonight. I was like, we really don't want Sonny Gray 2.0. But Montas tonight, in a big matchup with national TV, Yankees, Mets, he delivered. He stepped up for the Bronx Bombers. He looked good. I want this to be the beginning of the turnaround for Frankie Montas. Still can't guarantee that. And as I've talked about, there's nothing more than I want than for a guy named Frankie to be successful with the Yankees. So, you're taking all that consideration, this was a good start for Frankie. Again, 5 2/3, 6 hits, 2 runs, 1 walk, 6 strikeouts. His ERA is now down to 3.84. Probably his best start as a Yankee, and it looked good there. And then we also got a couple runs from the Yankees as well in the bottom of the 4th. All rise! The Honorable Aaron Judge residing. Number 48 on the year for Judge. He is now on pace for 63. Back-to-back days with a home run. Judge looking mighty fine here. And that solo shot gave the Yankees a 1-0 lead. And then we had, in the 4th, you had the Rizzo single, Torres single, Donaldson walked, and then Oswaldo Cabrera walked home Rizzo to make it 2-0. And then, of course, you had the great throw-out by Cabrera in the 5th. Man, he's been the energy that he brings is incredible. Then we had the top of the 6th where I'm just going to pretend that, well, actually, I can't pretend. I don't know what the hell Gleyber Torres was thinking on this play. Just complete brain cramp, total and utter brain cramp. I'm trying to think of the words, but I can't even. One of the dumbest baseball plays you will ever see. They just let Alonso run all the way home when he was stuck at 3rd. Just a terrible decision. And if you thought Gleyber Torres was getting a lot of hate before, he really earned a lot more of it here tonight. He did not do himself any favors in Yankees fans as they look for their next Joey Gallo. And then the bottom of the 7th, you had a Cabrera single, Trevino single, Benintendi, yet again. 3 days in a row now, Benintendi with an RBI hit. Benny and Frankie Montas. Hopefully, Yankee fans are starting to see what these guys can really do here as Bronx Bombers. But yeah, 3 straight great games here for Benintendi. And then you had Judge with the RBI single that made it 4-2. Yankees pulled this one off. 3 wins in a row, and somehow they swept the Mets. We went into this a couple days ago. And the Yankees, and you can go back and I said it, the Yankees had Manoah, DeGrom, and Scherzer going 3 straight games. We didn't end up getting DeGrom, but heading into that, I just said, all right, well, I guess that's 3 more losses for the Yankees here, and we can just, the continuing of the Yankees just free-falling. But amazingly, somehow the Yankees pulled this off. Somehow the Bronx Bombers fought back. Ever since, we make fun of Boone, but ever since Boone hit the table in that fiery press conference after the loss against Toronto on Saturday, ever since then, the Yankees have been undefeated, and they've won every game. Unless this game, if this game finishes the way it does, they will have won every game 4-2. Weird that that's how it ended up, but the Yankees, this is what they needed. They needed to bounce back in the worst way possible, and they did that. 3 straight big wins. Getting the sweep of the Mets, our crosstown rivals, splitting the season series is huge. Especially, if we're talking about a potential Subway Series here, even though I would still mostly lean towards it's going to be Dodgers-Astros. But there's the potential here. These are the 3rd and 4th best teams in baseball. In a matchup like this, in a spot like this where the crowd is ready to get hyped for, even though we're at home, there's still a good Mets fans atmosphere in that. And the Yankees were able to climb out of the well. They were, and somehow pull out 3 straight wins. Again, the one against Toronto and then the 2 here against the Mets. Pretty extraordinary. I would not have thought that a couple days ago, and I was ready to throw in on the towel a couple days ago about the Yankees. And this is what they need because now they got Oakland. Now they've got 4 games in Oakland. Now, to be fair, again, we're on the road, but it's also Oakland. Oakland is one of the 2 or 3 worst teams in baseball. Yeah, they're second. The Nationals are worse. So if the Yankees are a good team, which we believe they're a weird team at times. They have their moments. This should be at least 3 wins, and maybe 4. And then you can really try to climb into more of a comfortable position here in the AL East so that you don't blow the biggest lead ever. And maybe you can catch back because the Astros, surprisingly, did not take advantage of the Yankees free fall the way I thought they would. I mean, as of this moment, they're 2.5 up. I thought for sure they would have. Now, maybe they'll win tonight and they'll make it 3, but I thought for sure they would have been like 5-6 by now. But Houston is not really, they've been 6-4 in their last 10. Not impressive. So the Yankees still do have a chance to get home field, even though I think they've certainly lost a very good chance of doing that. But the Yankees got a little fortunate here with the Astros struggle that they can still claim back home field advantage. And again, to get those 2 wins tonight, those 2 wins here in this series, so critical, so important after an offense that looked like it died. And I still can't say the offense again is woken because they've only scored 4 runs here in these 3 games. It wasn't like a big offensive explosion, but they did enough. And the pitching in these last 3 games has been very, very impressive from Herman. I mean, you had Herman yesterday. You had Frankie Montez showing up today. Yankees looking good here. And maybe this is the beginning of the resurgence for the Yankees. Even though I still have questions and I still have a little bit of the Yankees here. Ever since the Benintendi home run in the bottom of the 7th on Saturday, the Yankees have looked awesome. And let's hope that this is a continuation here as they head into Oakland. Let's go to Oakland. Let's win those games. And then let's finish out our West Coast trip in California. Let's get a couple more wins off the Angels. Let's end August on a high. Let's get into September on a good mood. Let's bounce back. Yankees doing the impossible, which I didn't think was possible a few days ago, of bouncing back. Let's see if they can continue that. Great win here for the Bronx Bombers. That's it for now, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe down below. I'll be back tomorrow, or not tomorrow, because the Yankees are off tomorrow, but I will be back Thursday to break down Game 1 of the 4-game series between the Yankees and the Athletics. Take care and God bless.